to everyone all around the world. I am so glad that you were able to take this time out to view this very inspiring, very empowering video. Today, I wanted to be able to talk to you about the art of recovering from failure. I'll say that again, the art of recovering from failure. Listen, it is a little known fact. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. None of us are perfect and will never be able to attest to the fact. And at some given point or another in your lifetime, you will fail at something. It can be a hard reality to face at times. It can be a hard pill to swallow at times. But guess what? You will fail at something. I want you to understand that there is a difference, first and foremost, between failing at a task and characterizing and classifying and viewing yourself as being a failure. When you fail at a task, you are looking directly at a situation, at an experience, at what you were exposed to, and saying to yourself, even though I failed, even though I messed up, even though I make the mistake, even though I failed, guess what? I can grow from it. I can learn from it. I can evolve from it. I can adopt. I can become that much more knowledgeable. I can become wiser. I can become more greater. I can become better of a person. I can become that much more efficient of a leader in my community and in my workplace. When you fail at a task, you are simply telling yourself that, hey, even though I messed up, I have the opportunity to try again. When you characterize or view yourself as being a failure, you are looking at yourself in the mirror, unfortunately, and you are telling yourself that you are worthless, that the situation is hopeless, that you're going to always make a mistake, that things are going to always be like this, that you'll never get it right, that you're going to always mess up, that the goals you set out to achieve, you'll never be able to achieve them, the dreams that you set out to succeed in, that you'll never succeed. When you actually classify or view yourself as a failure, it is a direct insult on your greatness. Yes, there may be a repeated cycle of failure in your life, but that does not make you a failure. I am here to remind you, whoever you may be, that you are still great. You are still wonderful. You are still amazing. You are still worth it. Let's talk about the art of recovering from failure. Remember, in recovery, they teach you this. Maybe some of you come from that drug abuse community and you're going through recovery. Maybe you've been in some fatal car accident and you're trying to recover physically, mentally, whatever the case may be. Understand that recovery, and they teach you this in every field that has some type of recovery. Recovery simply is a step by step, one day at a time process. They teach you this in the recovery community. Remember, you went to treatment and they talked about the 12 steps. They talk about how recovering from that drug abuse, from that substance abuse, they talk about how it is a step by step process. And understand that because we are not perfect, guess what? No one expects you to just simply get it right the first time around, maybe not even the second time around. Understand that recovery is a step, one step at a time process. Sometimes you will relapse. Sometimes you're going to want to get up and try to walk and you just can't do it. You're going to have to try again tomorrow. Recovery is that step by step process. Well, guess what? In that recovery process, in that step by step process, what we truly need to be able to do is learn the art of recovery. We need to be able to accept where we may have failed, stand by the conviction as to where we failed. Most importantly, we need to be able to not only stand by that conviction, but take the steps necessary throughout that recovery to resolve it. They teach you in substance abuse to what? Make amends with the people you have hurt, to include but not limited to yourself. Apologize for that failure. Try to get it right this time. Hey, try to become better and greater from it. And most importantly, in the art of recovery, what you should really learn how to do is to move on from it. Learn how to grow from it. Don't dwell on your past. Don't dwell on your failure, because guess what? When you try again, you are allowing that failure to be what it is, the situation and the tool that allows you to grow. Let's talk about failure being that tool. It teaches you how to improve. It teaches you how to unlock and release and reveal those inner capabilities that you may have. Failure can be used as a tool to make you stronger. It can be used to inspire, to motivate. It can be used to help you avoid that regret and that remorse. And guess what? It helps to keep you challenged as an individual. Failure teaches us that, hey, I didn't get it quite right, but I know I can be better. I know I can be greater. I know I can get it right if I just keep pushing, if I just keep trying. I'm going to tell you guys about a story about a man by the name of Henry Ford. Now, Henry Ford, he was the one that, of course, founded the Ford Motor Company, a very common household name. Some of you may even drive Ford motor vehicles. It is a very well known brand, not only here in the United States, but all around the world. Well, guess what? Before the Ford Motor Company, before Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company, he founded what was known as the Detroit Automotive Company. With the Detroit Automotive Company, Henry Ford was a perfectionist. He wanted a perfect product. He wanted every detail to simply be right. Where a year and a half into the company was simply going absolutely nowhere. The board began to become concerned. They began to question whether or not Henry Ford would ever be able to get a product out there, be able to streamline the product, and of course, mass produce the product. He never quite got there. Well, 2 years into the company, the Detroit Automotive Company, it ended up disbanding and it ended. It was a failure in Henry Ford's book. But take it from Henry Ford himself. He said it just like this, and I quote, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. And this time more intelligently. I'll say that again. He said these words: failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. This time more intelligently. I leave you with this charge on today. Take that failure, use it as a tool to grow, use it as a tool to become better. Understand that at the end of the day, failure is a tool.